Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mac and I post videos about life in Canada and how to thrive in Canada. But today's video is going to be a bit different. In this video, we'll be talking about my skin and the kind of products I use to clear up the damage that Canadian winter did to my skin. People, when I tell you that Canadian winter damaged my skin, don't take it lightly. You're going to see pictures. I'm going to share all the tea on the products that I used and how I used them, the routine that I had to clear my skin. I've always been a simple girl, so coming to Canada, I didn't really have a skincare routine. I've always just been very simple. Even using moisturizers back in Nigeria was a big deal for me. As many of you know, in Nigeria we have two seasons, the rainy season and the dry season. In the rainy season, well, that's most of the year, I just never really moisturize my skin. Why? Because I have oily skin, and not just on my face. If I use moisturizer or lotion or cream or whatever, I start getting sweaty. And I didn't like that because it was so hot and humid and it was so uncomfortable. So I just never really used lotion for most of the year. I would have the odd pimple here and there. And one thing about my skin is that it left marks regardless. So when I had a pimple, whether I touched it or not, it would leave a mark. So I already knew that, and so I used to just pray not to get pimples. But I would have like just a couple every now and then, maybe hormonal acne and things like that. Fast forward to moving to Canada. I moved in the fall, so September. September to December was completely fine. I had no issues with my skin. I had started moisturizing. It was okay. It was no big deal. Then winter started in full force, my first winter in Canada. Keep in mind, I had experienced winter in other countries that I had visited, but never to this degree, right? Canada is kind of different compared to like the cities and countries that I've been to and experienced winter. I started developing some bumps on my skin. I don't know if I can even call them pimples because they were not looking like pimples. It just became a lot, right? It was a lot. I didn't take pictures of that stage, but by the time it started leaving dark marks on my face, I was like, what the hell? And that's when it really hit me, like truly all these things are going to leave marks on my face. And it kept on multiplying and multiplying. I went to my school clinic thinking, oh yeah, I'm an international student. I guess I should go to my school clinic first to get some advice. And then maybe somebody can refer me to a dermatologist because I don't have a family doctor because I'm an international student. You guys, it was a lot. Long and short of it is I didn't get any help. They just advised me to, moisturize properly and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Anyway, moving on, I decided to make some changes. So when I was running my tap water, I would let it run for about 2 minutes before I step into the shower. I cut out dairy completely. I cut out eggs, bread, anything that had milk, butter, all those kind of things. I cut them out completely from my diet for that year and even a few years after. Because I just felt, I really don't know what I'm reacting to. I don't know what is causing this mess. But yeah, I cut those out. Anyway, the bumps kind of stopped, but there was already what I felt like were thousands of spots on my face. And this is what it looked like. I'm leaving a picture here for you to see. You guys, these are never before seen pictures, okay? Guys, I'm sharing these pictures because I know that there are people out there that this might actually help. There are people that relocate to a new country and then truly their skin reacts really badly to that. And it's very common in Canada as well. Like within the Nigerian community, people that move from really hot, humid, tropical countries tend to have issues with their skin here. Some of them, not everybody will experience it, but you have to be very intentional about how you take care of your skin. Anyway, so this is me coming from Nigeria, not using lotion, not using anything, coming to Canada because of the cold and, the dryness. Yes, I was moisturizing, but not in like a routine where I would use, multiple products or anything. It was simply just moisturizer that I was using on my face. So obviously using a moisturizer was not enough for my skin with the relocation. I also thought there was something about the water. I was living in an apartment building and I just used to smell chemical like chlorine or something, right, in the water. And so that's why I started letting it run about 2 minutes before I stepped in. Keep in mind, from September to December, the water did not affect me in any way. But during winter, yeah. So that's what I was thinking about, right? Maybe it's the water, maybe it's my food, maybe it's the weather, all of that all together. But to me, it became obvious that it was the weather. Now, moving forward, this is what I looked like, from coming, from this fresh Nigerian girl coming to Canada for school to this. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a very simple girl. I'm not one to walk around with makeup all day, or every day. I'm not really like that. I'm very simple. I just put on my moisturizer, lip gloss, and I'm out of the house. But because of how I looked, I knew how I looked in the mirror. I looked like I had 1,000 dark spots, and it wasn't even just dark spots. I feel like these pictures aren't even doing justice because of the flash. The spots were black, not dark brown, not brown. They were black on my face. During the winter as well, my skin gets lighter, so those black spots on my seemingly lighter skin at the time was just a massive contrast for me. It felt like I had thousands of black spots on my face, literally. And I just couldn't believe it. This kind of thing has never happened to me before. I've never had skin reactions. I've never had any of that kind of stuff, ever. Never been one to deal with acne, never been the one to deal with cystic acne or anything like that. Nothing, just the regular every now and then pimple appearing on my face and leaving a spot, which fades over time. Now I had this face and I had to deal with it. I had to go to classes. I had to go to work because I was working 2 jobs at the time. So I had to get up and go out. So every day I would put makeup on my face. The bumps were gone, so the makeup would be smooth. Like, you literally would not know that there's anything under the makeup. My skin would look good and flawless with the makeup because I didn't want attention. I don't really like attention when I step into a room. And so I didn't want to step into a room or my classroom and my classmates would be like, oh, what happened to your face, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want that. I didn't want any attention. And since the clinic and all of that didn't prove helpful, I had to find a solution. So I went back to Nigeria for the summer anyway. And so I decided to buy certain products that I was going to use. I started using them in Canada before I left. So before my trip, I started using those products. The first product that I bought was the Cetaphil Gentle Cleanser. It's this one right here. I bought this product. I bought a couple of bottles so that I could take to Nigeria and use them on my skin. So I stopped using soap. I stopped using anything harsh on my face. All these facial wash and all of that I had tried. I had tried Clean and Clear. I had tried several Neutrogena, different products, but this Cetaphil Gentle Cleanser did it for me. It wasn't fading my spots or anything, but it was just a gentle way to cleanse my skin. Another thing that I was using was aloe vera gel. So before I cleanse my face with the Cetaphil Gentle Cleanser, I would put aloe vera gel all over my face and let it sit and dry on my skin for like 30 minutes before I got into the shower. So I was doing this. It kind of left my skin very soft and supple, so I was liking that. But for the actual spots themselves, they were not fading away. Now, when I got to Nigeria, I had done some research and I came across Retinol and I decided to try it out. Now, in Canada, Retinol is a prescription medication. I think that's the same for the US as well and many other Western countries. But when I went to Nigeria, I could walk into a pharmacy and get Retinol directly. This is actually Tretinoin. This is the one that I used, not just Retinol. Tretinoin is the next level from Retinol, but it's Aret gel, and this is 0.1%. Now, people start with, smaller doses like 0.025%, 0.05%. But to be honest, I just wanted to go all in and I went for 0.1%. I'm not recommending that you go buy or use this product. I think you should speak to your dermatologist first before getting this product. It is a medication. Do you understand? Like, especially if you're in North America, according to my research, you're not supposed to use this while pregnant or even while trying to get pregnant. So It's a very strong medication that you should speak to a medical professional about before getting. But I'm just telling you what I used and what helped me. This product, you can get it in the gel form or the cream form. I used the gel form, and I started using this like once a week because it was so strong. You're supposed to use a pea-sized amount. This is what my routine was. I would wash my face with a gentle cleanser, put the aloe vera gel on my face, let it sit and dry, and then wash it off again with a gentle cleanser. And then I would let my skin dry for like 30 minutes because you're not supposed to use this on wet skin. And then I would put on this product, pea-sized amount, all over my face. At that point, I was trying to do spot treatment, like put it on each of the spots, but it just didn't make sense because the spots were everywhere. So I literally just put it like everywhere it was, avoiding my my under eyes and my lips and all of that, my lip area, not just the lips, like, because it actually is strong. So you avoid the entire area. So that's what I did, and then I let it sit for like 15 minutes, and then I used a lotion. I think I was using a Cetaphil dry skin lotion at that time, but you can use any lotion that really works for you, any moisturizing lotion that works for you. After a couple of weeks, my skin started peeling. So it was peeling slowly, right? And I noticed after some weeks that as it was peeling, my spots were getting lighter. So from black, they started getting dark brown, and from dark brown, they started getting light brown. And I used this for a few months, about 3 months, until the spots went away. You guys, I continued using makeup, but minimal makeup. So I would only use concealer to conceal the spots and lip gloss or something, right? But one thing that I would do differently is I would actually add SPF, a sunscreen, to my routine. I was in Nigeria, the sun was harsh. I should have actually been using sunscreen with this product. Anybody that is using retinol or any product that has retinol, tretinoin in it, you should be using sunscreen with it. One thing I was doing was avoiding going out too much. So I would actually just stay at home most of the time and just treat my skin. And when I saw that it was getting better, I just kept on going. There was a point I started using it, the product every other day. And then my skin was just peeling and peeling and peeling. It got to a point where I stopped seeing the actual peels, but the spots were clearing up. So I was very happy. Obviously, when my skin was peeling, I avoided picking it. You don't want to pick at your skin. Sometimes it burned because it was unveiling a new layer of my skin. So even putting moisturizer on my face sometimes would actually burn. But I was just determined to get all these spots off my face. I love my face. Do you understand? So I was not used to that kind of thing where like I wouldn't go out without makeup. Not going out without makeup was not my thing. I wasn't liking it. I literally, I don't know, if I didn't find a solution to my skin issues at that time, I don't know what would have happened to me. Like I truly believe that the product saved me. Like it saved my skin, my natural skin looking okay. I'm not trying to have the best skin in the world, but just having my skin looking okay was very important to me. That is my skincare story, you guys. Till now, I'm not big on using a lot of skincare products, but at least when something like this happens again, I know exactly what to do and how to do it. And just in case you experience such from relocating, the texture of the water is different from where we come from. The chemicals in the water is also different. The weather is different. Everything is different. Again, you start very small, once a week, twice a week, and then you work your way up as you feel comfortable. But again, please speak to a dermatologist. This is a product that should be prescribed by a dermatologist if you're in North America. There are skincare products out there that have some small doses of retinol in them or tretinoin in them. Those ones you can use without a prescription, but of course, still just do your research and see what works for your skin. For me, this is what worked, and it literally saved my skin. I can't be grateful enough for whoever created this product right here. There you have it. That's my skincare journey. It was definitely a lot, and I'm just so happy that I came across the product that really saved my skin. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.